Hi, this is Clément Farinur from Opus Technologies. We are here at InfoComm 2025 to present our range of assistive listening solution. So now I'm going to present Smartloop, which is our loop design software. So we are manufacturer of induction loop system like for the past 10 years. And installing an induction loop system required to take in account a lot of constraints to make sure that your loop system would be functional. So within our design software, we can upload an image, a picture of the room you're going to be working on. We can over here fill out the wall, background scale, so just to make sure that the size of the room would be accurate, and so the length of the cable you're going to be installing would be corresponding, to the accurate size of your room. So by just filling out the scale, you would automatically recalculate the size of your room. Listening height, so if people would be seated or stand up, because the power of your amplifier would depend, of these also information. If you want to install your loop on the floor or on the ceiling, over here we can select the kind of loop you want to make, like single loop if there's no need for confidentiality, or low loss array or ultra low loss array if you want to make sure that nobody would hear the signal outside of the room. The presence of eventually reinforced concrete that may impact, the strength of your loop. This is also super important if you want to make sure that the loop would be functional. And over here we can also draw a listening area. Let's say that your listening area would be different than actually your room. You can over here draw very specific shape, which is a case in buildings just like churches, for example, where you might have like very specific room shape, right? So over here you can fill out this information. You can also tell where the amplifier is located, because the distance between the rack and your loop might be different. So over here you can make the connection between those two. And once everything is done, basically you can go on results. Our software will compute all the information and will tell you how much coverage you got on your room, which amplifier would be suitable. So on this project, for example, we can see that the LD 1.0 lead, which is a 4 amp amplifier, would be too light. You should go for an LD 1.0, and yet it's still like a little bit too light. We need like 487 amp, and our max, the max of our amplifier LD 1.0 is 5 amp. So we recommend you to go for an LD 2.0. The section, the cable section you should use for this project, the length of cable you need, how you would install your cable within your room, a 2D simulation of the audio reception. So induction loop system are covered by the IEC 16184 international norm. So here you can see the audio reception inside of the room, but also outside, to check if the confidentiality is respected outside of your room. You have also like 3D simulation, fill on lines, and on each step of your project, you can just fill out over here some comments explaining the constraints of your project. And once everything is done, you can download a PDF. The software will just gather all this information, download a PDF, and then show you basically on this project we have an 81 square meter room. We will need an LD 2.0 amplifier with a perimeter loop, cable section, amp you would need, and again how you would install your cable, 2D, 3D simulation of the reception, and kind of amplifier you need, cable you need, what would be the resistance you would get using this cable, and the length of the cable that you need. So again, you got everything you need to make sure that the project you're making is using the right amplifier, the right cable section, and that your installation would be compliant with the IEC norm. So if you want to know more about Smartloop or our other systems, assistive listening system, you can go on our website, www.opus-technologies.fr.